Check out what we picked up now. That's pretty cool, right? I don't know what year it is yet. I have to check that. But yeah, I'm kind of excited about this one just because it's something different, really. And these can get pretty rare if the right combination is here. Yeah, it's a 10, I believe. I believe it's a 10. It's got some things missing, like there's a drain cock that's missing there, and things like that. But I did see that it's got a new solenoid on there. But yeah, I picked it up pretty cheap for what it is, and that. So it's got that Tecumseh. That's pretty cool. You hardly ever see them with the original engines in there, in my experience. But yeah, it's a 10, so it's a Mf10. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Well, let's dig into it. Yeah, like I said, there is that drain missing underneath there. I think I may have something for a temporarily fix. Let's see if this is this the plastic? Oh no, it's the aluminum dash. Yeah, well this is the plastic bezel, but this part right here, I think this is the aluminum one. Huh, yeah. See, it starts to get rare, some things like that. And then I believe there's something with if there's no holes in the hitch. Okay, the hitch is down there. All right, because and some of them they never had a hole because they didn't have any wagons that went with the attachments. They didn't have any of that, so they didn't never make a hole. And that I'm just kind of like rambling on about it because like I said, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I know to the average person, I guess, this is just a pile of junk, but not to me. Yeah, by far. People get a kick out of my little setup I got. There's a winch inside there, of course. That's battery operated, 12 volt. Now you hardly ever see this here on some of them because they've taken it off or they broke or anything like that, and there's like a round aftermarket screw-on type muffler on there. But this has got the original muffler with the original heat shield. Yeah, I bet you my buddy Joseph and his dad would really like checking this out. I don't know if they like Masseys or not, but I can imagine they're very knowledgeable over there at their channel. Garden Tractor Boy, Joseph and his father. Yeah, I'm excited about these stickers still being on here and that. I may leave it as it is and kind of just clean it up and get some original parts put back on it, or I may get crazy and restore it. I don't know yet. You see, it's got that bumper on there where you can put your weights in, and that on there. It is the variable speed right here. It's still got the plate. Sometimes those are missing there. Yeah, I like it. I did notice that the key did not come with it, but I may have a source for a original key. I have to make some phone calls, but I think we may be able to. Oh, and I got to get an original seat. I don't like the the boat seat. I mean, it's a high back, but it's not right. So I don't know a great deal about this particular tractor. Got it from a guy. They got it from a guy. They got it from a guy. You know, kind of like that. So the backstory is not here. I wish there was a backstory. Sometimes you could just kind of tell. You know, like right here, it had a repair. I might try to source one of those. Like I said, I'm really leaning on totally restoring this and maybe even like having it in the parades and that here in town. It got a little bit of rust on there. That's about it. But I went ahead and put a hot battery on it, and I think I'm able to turn this key switch with a screwdriver for now. I'm not positive. Let's do that next. Let's try to get some kind of ignition going. Well, it turns over. Let's see if it is. Try to start. No, nothing. Okay. Maybe there's a safety. Let's go to the other side. Push in some kind of a clutch or something. Oh. Yeah, don't you love it when they always put two red cables on there? So let's see what we got it for. 12.6. That's not bad. Let's do a little poking. See if we got body ground. Yep, we got body ground. That's good. So let's zoom in on the back of that switch there and see if we got any kind of life back there. You start with the basics. Okay, there's the ground. Oh, okay, there's hot. There's ground. Let's see if it's got switch. Let's see if the switch is working. Okay. Okay, the switch is working. See, I'm switching it back and forth. Okay, that means the accessory is working. Now, let's see if the ignition is working. Yep, it's making contact when I'm turning the switch. So that's a good sign. All right, moving on. All right, so now we're gonna focus our attention on that solenoid there. Oh, let me get. So we know that we got ignition through the key switch. So let's see if it transfers power. Okay, it's not transferring power. Okay. Okay, that's power all the time there. Okay, coming in. Let's see here. See, now when I'm turning the switch, it's registering on the back of the key, but it's not getting down here to the solenoid for the starter. All right, so now that we know that we have power all the way down to here, now essentially the key is a switch. So if the key is making contact, then there's got to be like a safety switch or like a lever or something. So now we're going to start poking around and seeing if there's any kind of line. Okay, so right here, you go down. Oh, hold on. Hold on. So now if you go down, I can see a switch down there. See it? Now we're going to probe this switch and see if it has hot or there's nothing there. Oh, okay, that's ground. Now let's see if the key makes that energize anything. Yep, it does. Okay. All right, so you know that the key is making a connection all the way down to the switch. Okay. Now this looks like some sort of pressure switch. So when the key is turned, it energizes this and sends power to where? Probably sends power to this solenoid. All right, so I went ahead and I put a jumper here because I got a suspicion that switch is bad. Now let's see if we have any kind of transfer in power to turn the engine. Well, we got some clicking. All right, well, that's some kind of activity. So now let's see. Okay, we have power going into the solenoid. Let's see if we got it going out once we hit the key. Okay, what happened? There it goes, okay. Okay, we do have power going back out. So the solenoid is working. See? Okay, why is it not turning the starter mechanism? If you would. because now we're having no power here, but when we turn the key, let's try that again. And it is showing up 12.5 volts. So it is transferring. Okay. Why is it not turning the starter? Maybe our starter is bad. Maybe our Bendix. We don't know right now. Okay. Now let's follow down and see where it goes into our starter right here. Bear with me, sorry I'm moving you around, but we got to get in there. We got to get in there and see exactly. Let me see if I can get you guys in there. So it should be right around this area here. Right down here. Now, this is going directly to that starter. Now let's see if it's transferring from the solenoid down to the starter. Yes, it is. Okay. All right, so now we have a locked up starter. Let's dig in. This is the gamble that you take when you're picking up these old things, but like I said, we're willing to take the chance. Let's see if this, oh, see, it's free. It's free. So it's not the engine that is locked up. It's the starter, per se. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. 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 Okay. That's okay. Let's dig into that starter. All right. I disconnected the battery. Now we are going to take that starter off. I can't really get you in there. I'm going to bring you back when it's on the bench. It's tucked in there a little bit, ain't it? All right. Oh. Can you come out? Goodness gracious. There we go. A little baby starter. Okay. Yeah, it was tucked in there. Any critters in that hole? Are you home? I don't see no critters. That's good. Boy, the shop is a mess. All right, let's see how we want to mount this. Maybe like that. Maybe. Not too tight. I might have to clean this up a little bit to get a good connection. Let's go ahead and put some power to this and some ground from the battery and see if we can get this to operate. All right, the way I do it is I clamp my hot and leave that like that, and then I touch the ground with it. Uh-oh. Yeah. Better than Elvis. Oh boy. Well, let's see why it's deader than Elvis, huh? Uh-oh. I couldn't get a good connection. Let's take this off and see if we can't see what's going on inside there, eh? Probably a big old spider's gonna jump out or something on me. There we go. Oh. Smells kind of burnt. Smells a little burnt up. To be honest with you. On a rust. Yeah, it's burnt up pretty bad. I can smell it. Yeah, she's a goner. Okay, we'll get her. We'll get one coming in the mail. So in the meantime, what we can do, we can check spark on our little engine here. So, let's see if it turns over. I can hear a little bit of compression coming out. Oh, I think there's a valve stuck open. That's okay though. We can still check spark in the meantime. So what we'll do, we would just simply come over here to the recoil side, if you will. Try to get this cover off. There you are. We'll really see if there's any critters in there now. Get this cover off. Maybe we might be able to stick something on this side and rotate it enough to get spark going or something. Maybe. We'll see. We will see. Little spacers there. Don't forget those. Yeah, we might be able to do something here. We may be able to do something here. Attach something to here. Let me see what I can come up with. Before I start rotating it quickly, I'll go ahead and spray some WD-40 down inside the cylinder there. Just to give it a little bit of a chance to lube up. Let's see if this will be okay for us. What's going on here? Oh, I gotta put this on drill. There we go. See, now with this, I forgot to tell you about this. With this little mechanism here, you can do this, but don't try to do this with a regular socket because it'll want to take that drill out of your hand. Because the ratcheting mechanism. I'll see if I can put it in the description. I got it a while back. I'm gonna go ahead and dim the lights and see if we have spark. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Yeah, we got spark. All right. No such luck. Okay, well, we're gonna come back to that as soon as we get a starter in and go ahead and pack this up for the day. It'd be a couple of seconds for you, be about a week for me. Oh, what in the world? Look at all that macaroni in there. Woo, that's vintage macaroni. All right. She's a knocker. Who wants to see if it should start back up now? Wrong key. Get my favorite screwdriver out. Let's try that again, huh? Come on, baby. I gotta fix that surging a little bit. Yeah. All right, that's gonna do it for this one. Feel free to put in the comments if you think what we should do with this old girl. Restore it, do like a little restoration, or put a new engine in it. I'm leaning on trying to overhaul that engine because it doesn't sound right. Well, with that being said, remember, it's just nuts and bolts. God bless. Bye-bye now.